Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hold on, let me make sure everything is where it's supposed to be at right now because we do know that we're going through some things, some changes around here. Everything looks copacetic, but I don't know. Let's just do this and see how this works out. Let me know how I sound, and then we'll work it out that way. But okay, Doc said the audio's good, the sound is good. Did it change any? Because I switched some things around. Okay, all right, it's cool. Take your time, baby. Ain't no rush, because I got a little speech I want to give before we really actually get into this mess. Today, well, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, the boy Lee, aka Cat Lee, and normally we would have a drop, but we don't have it right now because we're in the shop with it right now. Okay. But welcome to the show. Um, Child. Today is the wiretap. Let me start with that part. That part. Hold on. Let me get the one I usually like to use while we in the show. Oh, sorry. I don't know what I did, but I hope it's fixed. Anyway, today is the day that we deal with this. Today is the day that we deal with people's diabolical behavior. Yes, hey, so you can know we are here. I want you to listen up. Yeah, today is definitely I can't do this. I can't do anything because it's not my mic. I'm not on the mic right now. I'm actually using. Long story. We in the shop with it. We it's gonna get together. Anyway, so with this being said, hold on. Let me see if I can do something here, but I doubt that I can. With that being said, though, um, today we get to have a discussion about people's diabolical behavior that they exhibit. Specifically, now it's nothing I can really do about that, so we just want to go with what it is. Um, on this kind of day, we normally have the conversation. Today is the wiretap, if you don't know. We normally have these kinds of conversations. Now, the behavior can vary from case to case, but usually there is a case involved. We do civil, criminal, you name it, we do it, right? If I could pull the case that's high profile enough and you're a disgusting human being in many different ways, you could be disgusted in different ways, you feel me? But we cover it over here. Right now, because we were heavily invested in this Diddy situation, I felt like we were obligated to talk about what's going on with the trial right now. And I'm going to start tonight's show with my own opinion. But before I get into that, there's some things I need to say, child. Before I do that, let's discuss a few things, like how you can join the conversation yourself. You could jump in, join the conversation. You could do that by calling in the numbers 443-551-5963, 443-551-5963. Do not know why I got tongue tied just now, but I did. Um, you can send a text. You can drop a comment. If you send a text without a comment, I will read it out loud. And if you drop a comment, it will be on the screen. If you call in, you still be live on air. So be mindful of what you're saying. That's that. Next, if you want to talk to us about anything, and I do mean anything, darling, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, you can do that. You should do that. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Let's discuss. Might be something that we need to talk about on this show. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join our coffee community. I will explain more why later. I want you to join the coffee community. But for right now, we just say join the coffee community. All right, I see you, Doc, baby. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast because we need every like, every share, and every subscription that we can get. We need it. Hold on, I'm trying to get us in the right place. We need it. We need it. Let me throw that back on the screen right now, though. We need it. But anyway, I'm going to give my emphasis on my opinion about why I think they got it. And of course, Doc is going to give his opinion as well. And again, remember unbiasedly to hear each other out. And then on top of that, form your own damn opinion. That's why you got a brain. Use it. You feel me? Use it. But we got some things to talk about. So, of course, we're covering this Diddy trial. We took a break from the Big U. Let me bring Doc in real quick. Doc. Hey, honeybee. Hey, I can't hear you. Your sound is not there. I don't know what's going on with your sound. Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh, I said, hey, my bad. I was
Okay.
still on mute.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
still
I'm
on mute.
like, can you hear me? Like, I can't hear your sound. All right. But what I was gonna say before I couldn't, I thought I lost you. Is that this is not the Wizard of Oz. You don't have to go see the wizard to receive a brain. Just use your brain, the brain that you were given, and everything will work itself out. But what I'm saying is just remember that we all have our own opinions, and our opinions are our opinions, and that's okay for you to have an opinion, and it's okay if everybody does not agree with your opinion. But I got some opinions, so I'm gonna start with this evening why I think they got them.
Okay. Why you think they got him?
Why I think they got them. Because when it comes to the RICO statute, they only need two to prove two crimes that you committed within the main, within the terms and the confines of the RICO statute, right? So they
Okay.
only need two. And from everything that I've heard thus far, they got about 4 or 5
Mm.
from the list. So far, I've heard RICO, and the reason why that I've heard where I got Rico from is because he's using his employees to use money from Bad Boy Entertainment and
Mm-hmm.
Bad Boy Global to do nefarious acts. They range. Ooh, child, they range, right?
Okay.
So that's one. And he's incorporating a conglomerate of people to make these things happen. So that's
The
the RICO.
enterprise.
Yeah, that's the RICO. Okay. So far, they've already proved that in court. Then you got kidnapping. You remember in that video when he was dragging Cassie up that hallway?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to go. And see, this is where people get it twisted because the statute of limitation for DV in California is up for this. But there was never ever a charge, and there is no statute on kidnapping. Not when it comes to the federal government. So in that video, it showed that she did not want to go, and he was forcing her to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's kidnapping.
Even with the Capricorn situation too, being held in that room.
Everybody he's ever done, but for her, what they can prove, we got visual.
Yeah.
Our eyes is on the prize, and yes, Capricorn. She came in and stated her couple of 2 cents too. And not only Capricorn, Mia, even though they did her dirty, we'll talk about that. And then also they brought in Jane Doe and her, and then also the young lady that he actually held over the balcony came in today, and she is not a what they would call, like, she's not a Jane Doe. She came in and said her name, spelled it out for you and everything,
Okay.
and then told what he did to her. And she's a little woman. She's like 5'2". He's gonna get to that too, all right? So all of that, but I just wanted to cover the kidnapping, how they can prove for a fact that he did kidnap somebody. The world has seen it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So therefore, that's two already I named, right?
Yep.
Bribery. When he paid those security guards at that hotel to get that tape, he paid them $100,000. Now they split it up amongst each other because there's like three of them, but he paid them $100,000 to get that evidence, that tape from them. Bribery. How many we at? How many I named so far? That's three.
For bribery.
No, how many crimes did I name?
Oh, three. The RICO, the kidnapping, bribery.
Okay. And none of these include the SMEX workers. I mean,
Correct.
their commentary is very colorful,
To say the least.
to say the least. It's very colorful content. But none of what I just said included them. Because, see, everybody keeps trying to make the case that, oh, they making this about Cassie. And Cassie, she co-signed and she did things. Yes, she did. She admitted that. She was one of the first witnesses on the stand. You feel me? And she said what she did. She said she did narcotics. She said she participated in the freak offs. You know what I'm saying? She said she loved him. That's why she did it. She also said she was scared of him. That's why she did it. It was a lot. You feel me? It was a lot. But everybody keeps trying to make it about her. And this case is not about her.
Nope.
This case is about the crimes that they can prove, the federal government, that is, that he committed. So far, they've proved three. That's just the three I just gave. That's what I said so far for it. Now, if we're going with the Kid Cudi testimony and the testimony of Capricorn and Cassie, arson. That's four.
Yep.
None of these have anything to do with the freak off, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point that I need everybody to stop being stupid. I'm sorry, you can formulate your own opinion. I'm just giving you the facts. I just counted four charges that they've already proved that they got them on. You know what I'm saying? And they only needed to prove two.
Yep.
So, with that being said, Under is not the word.
Under is not the word.
Under is not the word. You know, we normally be like, he need to be under the jail. Under is not where he's going. They're going to send him to the depths of hell.
Mm.
That's what they trying to. And then I think that people keep forgetting that he's not. This is not state court. Not to downplay state court, because that's serious too. You can get some serious state time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is the federal government.
Federal.
And I think that is the main thing that people need to take, like, lock in their brains. This is not the state. This is not New York State going after him. This is the federal government going after him. And
What
we
is it?
all
97% conviction rate.
thank you, because I was going to say we all know they got a high ass conviction rate, and Doc just gave us the numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But listen, so we've been in court since Cinco de Mayo. Today's date is June the 4th. A lot of witnesses have come forward so far. You mentioned Capricorn. Then we got Mia. We got the Jane Doe that was on the stand today. We got the security guard from the hotel with the Cassie incident. Um, we had a stylist on the stand who was quite entertaining, by the way. It's very entertaining. Um, who else we had? We had Cassie's mom on the stand already. She was trying to kick Diddy's ass. I can't imagine that, like, just the thought of that, because all I imagine is a little Hispanic woman trying to fight on Diddy.
Mm.
Like, that's all, like, the visual I keep getting in my head. Like, oh, this little Spanish lady was trying to kick his ass. She probably was cussing him out.
Of course. You know that was happening.
In Spanish and in English. You feel me?
Straight Spanglish.
So yeah, and she was trying to jump, and she said that the security guards was holding her back and stuff, and she was trying to get over there, but they couldn't. They wouldn't let her go, and she a little woman. You can tell she a little woman. Look at her daughter, and then that's
Yeah.
the other thing. I need y'all to cut the. The girl weight is like this big, right? The girl, this, hear me out. Cassie, the girl, is this big compared to that big ass man. She might have got a swing in every now and again, but she wasn't no work.
True.
They
I can
weren't
understand
having
that
no
part right
all out boxing match. We seen how he drug her down the hallway.
there. Facts.
So there's no way you could tell me that she was acting like she just was acting crazy all the time and shit. And he was kicking her ass because she was acting crazy all the time. She about this big. The most weight she ever gained is probably every time she get pregnant. You feel me?
Mm.
And that's about it. And she probably be happy when she get pregnant because she gained some weight. You did, like, listen, that's skinny people rules. You be like, you know what? I'm happy as hell I'm pregnant. I got a little ass. You feel me? My
I
boob is a little
guess.
bit bigger. This woman issues. My boob is a little bit bigger. I'm filling out a little bit. This pregnancy thing ain't half bad because I'm filling out in the areas that I want to fill out. And then you have the baby, and that changes a little bit. Now you're like, damn, I got worked out. Look at my stomach. You feel me? Type shit. You feel me? Well, I was fortunate because I really had a flat stomach after I had my daughter. But the months after I gained some weight, um, postpartum, another story for another day. But anyway, we had all of this testimony thus far, but today we had on the stand, again, remember I told y'all, the security guard. He gave the details of how that exchange went when
Okay.
it came down to getting the footage back of the incident between him and Cassie in the hallway. We on day 16 of the trial, so you know where we are with it. We've been officially in court for 16 whole freaking days. All right. We've been going through the prosecution and defense, going back and forth, and it's kind of crazy because on the defense you got majority male lawyers and a couple females, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then on the prosecution side, you got 6 women. You don't know who is on what that day on the prosecution side because it's 6 women. And
They
I ain't
probably
talking
all on
about
business
because
though.
everybody gonna think I'm naturally going to PMS. I'm not. No, we be having attitudes outside of PMS. It could just be a shitty day. You feel me? Because you must be on your. What? No, I'm just having a really shitty day. You know what I'm saying? And you happen to be in my way, so you gotta get this work. So, like I said, it's 6 women. You don't know which one of those, like who having what kind of day, what happened at the office before they came into court, who got chewed out by the boss. You just don't know.
True.
And they got their eyes on the prize because you are disgusting. That's how they feel. I'm not saying you are. I don't know you personally, Mr. Combs, but your track record of the things I've heard over the years is really not that great.
And this is one of their biggest cases too.
Yeah, this is the trial of the century. We thought Epstein was crazy. This is big. This
Extremely.
is real big. This is huge. This is bigger than that. Like we still say his name, but if they convict him, this is like this becomes a bird. I mean, it's already a bird. No, I mean, like it's already
No
like
Diddy.
yeah, people already using no Diddy. Who knows what else people gonna come out with after this if he get convicted? Now, if he doesn't get convicted, that could happen, I just don't see it happening. But if he doesn't get convicted, how do you feel things will be?
Never the same, at least minimum.
Like,
Never the same.
they definitely will never be the same as
Do
fuck.
you leave the business overall? Does
Like
everybody that had connections to
everything,
you?
business, his attitude, his mind. Well, you can't think for him, but what you think maybe his mindset might be, um, considering a lot of people didn't step up on his behalf. It's like they have a witness list, right? They got a witness list of people they call them to the stand. I don't got them bringing nobody big in there to be like, nah. Like ain't Jay-Z not walking in that courtroom?
Look, it's yet to be done. We still got how many weeks? Ain't no telling.
Listen, Cuba might.
That's
That's
the
a
wild
bad
card.
witness. You don't want to. You don't want to
That's the
bring him
wild
in
card.
there. You don't want to bring Cuba in there because then he might tell the truth. Like, yeah, we had a party.
A party? A party?
We party. Took a few workers across seas.
It was the party of a lifetime. You should have been there. Cuba just telling all the truth and not realizing the situation at hand.
Right. I really think he'd be too high out of his mind to even know what the hell is going on. Because sometimes the looks that I be
What if
getting from him,
you thought he had? What if he's like, no, I've been sober for over 20 years.
I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't. I
I'm
wouldn't.
high off life.
I wouldn't believe it. You high off of that pink stuff that Diddy had. That's why he was always hanging out because he had the plug. I ain't stupid. I know a fiend when I see one.
Okay.
Hmm. I do know a fiend when I see one, and that's I ain't. I see that in Cuba.
Okay.
I
That's
see
funny
that in
though.
her. But anyway, so it's day 16. So the young lady that I was speaking about, that was Cassie's friend with the balcony incident. Her name is Brianna Bogolan, Bongolan. I don't want to say it wrong. She was a long-time friend of Cassie and testified about an incident with Sean Diddy Combs in 2016. He was wilding out in 2016. I don't know what he had going on in 2016. That might have been the height of his narcotic use because 2016 Diddy was going crazy. Um, But anyway, in 2016, when she said that she was held over a 17-story balcony, 17 freaking stories,
Mm-hmm.
um, by the music mogul, the defense will continue to cross-examine. We're just gonna say Brianna because the last name I don't want to keep butchering it. Tomorrow. So that's what is happening. So they're gonna pick back up with her testimony tomorrow. Um, and the question is are they gonna try to handle her like how they tried to handle Mia? Because they kind of manhandled Mia a little bit, and Mia was the assistant. And I think the only reason why they was able to get her in that manner because she's one is she already timid off break, right?
Okay.
And then two, she has post traumatic stress syndrome.
Okay.
She says she got it from working with Diddy. So even with going to work at jobs now, like when somebody call her name, it messes with her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if they call her and be like, "Where you at?" That you know what I mean bothers her. Things of that nature. So it's hard for her to even hold a job at this point. That's how stressed out. So I think when it came to the defense, they were able to handle her in that situation because she's already dealing with, you know what I mean, mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was easy for them to rip her apart. But I don't see this with these other young ladies, right? Um, so next witness, prosecutors have said that they intend to call Enrique Santos after Brianna, right? His testimony is expected to be short, and afterward, then Jane. That's the next witness. The next witness that didn't want to be identified. Um, Another one of Combs' accusers is using a pseudonym because Mia is one. That's one witness, and then we got Jane who's using a pseudonym. That's the next witness coming up. During the trial is expected to take the stand. So federal charges. Combs has pled not guilty. Of course, we know to the charges including again racketeering, conspiracy, and schmex trafficking. I don't think they're gonna get him on that though.
Hmm.
That's the one charge I'm like, nah, I don't think they're gonna get him on. Only because a lot of unless they count in Mia, they might could get if they might could get them because Mia did say Capricorn said some things. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know if they're gonna get him on that one. I'm a little on the fence about that one. If convicted of all counts, he could face up to life in prison. Can you stomach the idea of maybe you got to spend life in prison? I would be.
Life in prison. I
I
mean,
mean,
about
you
this.
went from being a baller. I mean, you getting all the money. You out here living a life. You on yachts, obviously partying with Cuba Gooding Jr. Um, you out here partying, having white parties, and you know what I mean. You living a lavish life, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they like, no, go to prison, go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
I
Just
mean,
go
for
straight to
me,
prison, and you gonna stand there for the rest of your life.
it sounds crazy, but there's a part of me that's like, if you reach that peak of heights and you know what you did, you got to assume at some point when you woke up one morning, you reflected like, hey, what if everybody find out everything I did? What would happen? It's a long way back down to the bottom and below.
Yeah, and they tell you all the time the people that you saw while you was on top, you gonna see them on your way down to the bottom. And he is obviously that. Oh, that saying ain't never been true. You know what? Not all of the sayings that they used to say is bad because that one holds true because everybody that he was saying on the top, even people that he was doing dirty,
Hmm.
now he's seeing them on his way down. He got to
Yeah,
see a
and
lot of these people in court.
Yeah, because that's really how I see it. Like, if you were at the top, at the peak, and you know what you did, how you did people, what nefarious activities you did to get there, you have to one morning. I would think, with decent consciousness, with a decent conscience, one day, just even if it's a split second glimpse, what if everybody found out everything I did?
Right. And that's just having a conscience. You think he got a conscience?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, tough questions. Tough questions. Because a person that walks around with good in their heart would have a conscience and be like, yo, I wouldn't even want to do that to somebody anyway. You feel me?
Hmm.
Because it would eat you up. It would eat you alive. You'd be like, yo, like, why would I do so? You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't want to do that. A good person wouldn't want to do that to
Yeah.
somebody anyway. But let me tell you, we're gonna get into this little piece right here because this is part of the testimony of today. So the young lady, Brianna, the one he held over top of the balcony, held over the balcony. Here's the breakdown real quick as to her testimony and what happened that evening. So substance use. Brianna testified that she used narcotic with Cassie and Combs, including Mary Jane. Oh, sorry. Um, Snow Name, and I don't even know if we can use another name for ketamine, but that's what they use.
Another day for what? Say it again.
Ketamine.
Oh, K.
K. All right, and K.
Special K.
All right, Special K. I don't know. I don't use those type of. I like Mary Jane though. She my main thing. She made me feel all right, and she made my heart sing. Anyway, so Brianna testified that she and Ventura, despite using narcotics together weekly, would try at times to be sober because we wanted to do better. She testified that um, they would cook together instead of doing narcotics, but those periods would never last. We had a problem, Brianna testified during cross examination. So even she saying, "All right, yeah, we did the narcotic," but just because we did narcotic don't mean somebody should be beating our asses. You
Hmm.
feel me? You can't. So what? We did it. That don't give him the right to do the things that he do. So photo shoot threat. Brianna testified that Combs threatened her during a photo shoot she was doing with Ventura on a beach in 2016. Dang, this nigga could not stop in 2016. Brianna said came out really close to her face and said something around the lines of, "I'm the devil." Oh, this sound like Diddy. Hold on. He said, "I'm the devil. I could kill you." I believe he said that. I believe he said that. I believe he said that, Doc. You don't think he said that? I believe he
The
said
profile that I'm
that.
building of him, absent of consciousness, I believe that was something he would say.
And in my mind, I see him saying it with the Joker when he was the Joker that one Halloween.
Hmm. That was him showing his real self, but in costume.
Right. Like, how you got on the costume, but that's really it. Um, sorry. I just keep when I hear stuff like this, I just always go back to that Halloween.
He came out of his shell at Halloween.
So Brianna testified that she didn't know what prompted Combs to say that, but said she was terrified. I bet she was. I would have been, what is wrong with you? I would have pulled my knife out. I'm gonna be honest with you. At that point, all right, nigga, because now you're doing too much. What are you doing too much? Oh my God, cut your ass, because I don't play them type of games. But she was terrified. When asked by the prosecutor why she continued to see Combs after that, Brianna said, "Honestly, I don't know." And that's the question that is consistent in most of the testimony. Like they had a love hate relationship with him.
If
Like
you get access to all these cool things, you
right,
get the residuals of being around famous, high powered people.
right,
Well, I don't know if people want to admit it, but if I reflect, like, You want the star, you want an artist, but yeah, your best friend is connected to somebody who is can make things happen. You
Right.
do get benefits from being the entourage.
Right. You do. And so that's why, like, I'm like, they keep asking, well, why did you it's either I don't know or I was terrified and I had no choice. You know what I'm saying?
I respect I was terrified I had no choice more than I respect I don't know.
You, I agree. I agree. So let's move on. I was shaking a lot. This is the next portion. So Brianna testified in more detail about the 2016 incident when she said Combs dangled her over the balcony railing at Ventura's Los Angeles apartment. Brianna said that the incident happened after Combs showed up banging on the door. Oh my lord, the Joker costume keep coming back to my vision. Like every time we get to the parts where he start acting crazy, I'm like, oh my gosh, the Joker coming. Um, but he started banging on the door, and then I just see the Joker. She was outside on the balcony alone when she said Combs came up behind her and lifted her up, had and then had me on the railing for 15 seconds while repeatedly yelling, "Do you know what you f? Do you know what the f you did? What did I do? I was just out. I don't know. Doc went out. Okay. Well, hopefully he'll come back here. I don't know what happened. But he said, "Do you know what the f you did?" But like you just bust in the room. How the hell I know what I did? You feel me? But anyway, um, but Brianna said that she didn't know what he was talking about. Right? You just come out of nowhere talking about, "Do you know what the f you did?" Well, I could cuss now. So, do you know what the fuck you did? How I'm supposed to? I don't know. I was shaking a lot, she said, adding she didn't report the incident to the police because she was scared. Concurring statement from all parties. They didn't do it because they were scared. And I could tell you where I could see how they would be scared. But anyway, the lawsuit. So Brianna testified that in 2024 she hired one of my favorite attorneys to bring up. Uh, Tyrone Blackburn has entered the building, but she hired lawyer Tyrone Blackburn, who made a money demand to Combs regarding the balcony incident. She later fired Blackburn. Dang, I don't know Blackburn. After she realized he had incorrect information in the money demand paperwork. The same year, Brianna testified the music producer Rob Holiday called her on behalf of Combs. Called her on behalf of Combs. Um, Dang, my messenger just threw me off. So the producer called her on behalf of Combs, saying that he was authorized to talk about settling with her. So Brianna said that shortly after that, her current attorney helped her file a lawsuit against Combs for $10 million. Brianna testified that she filed the suit because I wanted to seek justice for what happened to me. I can't see, like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't. Like, this is the thing, and the people, well, they wouldn't call her a snitch because she's a civilian, but um, it's okay if somebody does something wrong to you for you to seek some kind of vengeance. I'm not saying go out there and try to do the same thing they did to you, but if you can sue, why not? You feel me? I would. I don't blame them. I would have did the same thing. Sporadic contract. So on New Year's Eve of 2018 was the last time Brianna hung out with Combs and Cassie. She said. After that, she described after what was described as a narcotic fueled night with the two. Brianna testified she vowed after that to get sober. Brianna said her relationship with Ventura became sporadic after that, but she did speak to Ventura in 2023 after she filed her civil suit against Combs. Brianna said she told Ventura that at the time that some details about the balcony incident in her lawsuit were wrong, like the date and the location. Okay, so that's that. But what is happening is they're both saying that it happened. You feel me? Nobody's saying or testifying that that did not happen. Cassie testified to it. She's testifying to it. It happened. I think even the stylist said something about it happening too. So it happened. So then the court, the lawyers and the judge discussed the instructions on, the testimony for the pseudonym Jane, for the witness Jane, who's going under the pseudonym Jane. So then next he dismissed the jury, and the defense attorney said that they would need to cross-examine Brianna up to an hour more, right? Okay, I was wondering where you went at, boo. I'm like, what happened to you? I don't know where Doc went at. Um, well, come back in if you can. Um, so that was that. They said they need to cross-examine Brianna another hour. So we're saying how that'll go tomorrow um, as the trial continues. Now, defense says that Brianna didn't initially tell prosecution Combs had said that I could kill you. That, every time I just read that, I just keep saying the Joker. It's crazy. Um, but that's that. The defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland suggests that during Brianna's first meeting with prosecutors, she did not mention that Diddy had said those things to her. Brianna said she didn't remember when she told the government about the incident. So of course they trying to trip her up. So Westmoreland also suggested that Brianna later told prosecutors the incident happened at a party and not at a photo shoot. And Brianna said she did not remember if she said that. The defense attorney said that the first demand letter from Brianna's attorney alleged that Combs said he could take her out while she was hanging over the balcony. Brianna testified that those were not her words and that the two incidences did not happen at the same time. She said she fired her attorney after that. Westmoreland suggests that Brianna did not mention certain details about the balcony incident during the first meeting with the prosecutors, such as Combs banging on the door and telling her ex girlfriend, telling her ex girlfriend to hide in the bathroom. Brianna said she did not remember. Westmoreland suggests that Brianna told the government that Combs groped her on the balcony. Brianna said she told the prosecutors where his hands grabbed her when he picked her up. So they really really trying to okay, it's cool. Um well, you ain't here with me anyway, so that's cool. Um so she said she didn't remember that. Westmoreland suggests that Brianna told that he groped her. She said, "I'm just telling you where his hands was at when he picked me up." The defense attorney also suggested that Brianna's second demand letter claimed that Combs grabbed her tatas, her breast, so hard she had bruises. Brianna said that she does not remember what the letter said. So they trying to poke holes in her testimony and see where they could get, where they could get her at or whatever. And I don't know if this is going to be damning enough for the defense to really like win on this side right here with this particular witness. Um, Basically, the headline: her testimony was shocking and damning and goes directly to RICO charge. Legal experts say. And that's what the legal experts are saying. I'm not a lawyer, but I pay attention to these type of things. And in my mind, if I could see the RICO and it, or how they could get the RICO, then the legal experts know what they know, and I think they have gotten enough to um, get their RICO charge on Diddy. And it's crazy because we've seen this man since we were younger to now, and this is where he's at right now, and that's like insane because we never ever. Oh, Doc, you know you can log in from your phone, right? You know what I mean? I do it all the time, especially when I gotta send you something in my tablet acting crazy. Then I go to the studio on my phone. But just so you know. But anyway, yeah. So I think they got him. I think they got him. I think they got him real bad. Hold on. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, I see it. I see it. But you can do it from your phone too. So that's up to you. But I don't know. I'm about to get to some stuff anyway. Um, so whatever. I don't know what's happening. You know, life happens like that. You feel me? Life happens like that. All kinds of stuff, and especially, well, I don't know what's going on in your area, but I know in my area when the storms come, ain't no telling, Jack. Ain't no telling. But anyway, and Doc had just sent me us to think about what's going on down there. So, thank you, Doc, for telling me. But I told you what my opinion was at the beginning of the show, and the reason why I started it that way is so that you could see what I'm seeing. You feel me? Where my thought process is when it comes to all of this. But I'm not a legal expert. I'm just a bookkeeper and a podcaster. I'm not a legal expert, but I do know some things about the law, and I know how to read court cases and take what I need from it. And as far as Rico, I keep telling y'all they only need two charges to stick, and they can get him for Rico. And so far, I've given you four, and I'm quite sure it's more than four that they can prove because we got, like Doc said, we got a long way to go. Ow, sorry, Cassie, that was my song. But you got a long way to go. But we still have a nice amount of time on this case, right? And who knows exactly where it's going to go? They still, the last I heard, and that list could have stretched a little bit longer, but 75 witnesses, that's a lot of witnesses to come. You feel me? So that's why I say it's an 8 week case, but it could be longer depending on. And then with the way that defense keeps coming out talking about they need longer to you know what I mean, examine the witnesses and stuff, it could be very well up to 10 weeks. So I don't know where this is going at right now, but I'm telling you, we will keep giving you the testimony as it comes out and is available to us. But this is this case gets crazier and crazier. This this case is diabolical in every word of the sense. And like Doc and I said, this is a very big case. This is the case of a century. I don't think we had a case this scandal. Well, the Epstein stuff and all that's scandalous, but I think this one crosses lines because not only is it a celebrity, which Diddy is, a rich, very filthy, stinking rich celebrity, which this Diddy is, a mogul, which Diddy is. Um, then on top of that, he's a black man, so that's a whole nother. I don't even really think we should add that to the category, but if we must, we must. Um, And this is a man that's done a lot of wrong to a lot of people. And I don't know if every witness statement is true and if it's malicious and they just try and get him because of the wrong that he did do. But it's a long list of people. Even when they had the CFO on there on the stand, and they asked him, did he think that Diddy was a good man? It took that man 20 seconds to answer the question. Then he stuttered and asked them, "What do you mean by that?" And the defense said they was going to reword the question, and then they changed their mind about asking the question. It's all kinds of twists and turns in this case. So just keep paying attention because we're gonna keep covering it because I said I would and I am. We are definitely gonna get to this Perez case because you can't be the owner. I mean the CEO of Rock Nation and be a racist. That's like redundant. Don't you work for a black man with black artists? Like that's crazy. So we're gonna talk about that very soon too. So now I'm gonna wrap it up because my partner in good is not here. It's okay. I hope he's okay. But he was here for the first part, so it is what it is. It is time for me to show some love real quick. We might run over a little bit, but not by much. It is time for me to show some love. It's time for me to really love on y'all the way I need to love on y'all. So the first thing I'm gonna say is this. Anybody who watched from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, thank you. Thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated, and I need you to know that for sure it's greatly appreciated. Um, and thank you. Just thank you. And I like to call that live love, but really it's live love and replay love because you can go watch this if you didn't get to watch the whole show or whatever. You could rewatch it. So for whoever is watching it later on the playback tip, I love you too. Um, but it is now time for me to give some love in a different way. This love I'm about to give is my listening audience, which is my largest audience that I have thus far. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some of them. They be holding the girl down. They be holding the girl down. But my listening audience, they my largest audience, and so I try to make it a point. Oh, thank you, Dot. I try to make it a point to show them some love because they my peoples, man, and they come through and they loyal and they dedicated and they come from far and wide and they listen to this podcast and so I love them. So I try to make sure every show I show them some love, right? Um, oh, why did that go off the screen? I don't know. Okay. But I try to make sure I show them some love. That was crazy. I try to make sure I show them some love. And so I'm going to do that. Now, it's called the Love Notes. How do we come up with the name Love Notes? Well, I used to call it Love. Doc used to call it Show Notes. I was never ever going to call it that. We used to bicker about it a lot. And then finally we came to the compromise. Because what we realized is there's no love without compromise. So we came to the compromise and now we call it Love Notes. And it will be that forever because it's love. And I'm sending you love. It's all hearts. Um, so that's what it is. You feel me? Doc also used to say that I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not. It was a lot of papers. But in all fairness, it was a lot of cities, states, countries, territories, and things of that nature on those papers. So, yeah, I had a lot of them. But we don't do that anymore. We've gone green. And we have condensed the list down because our list keeps growing. And if I did it in the way in which I used to do it, we'll be here all night. And I'm sorry, my mom, my kid got to go to school in the morning. It's trash day. I got to get the trash out of here. There's just so much to be done, so I can't do that all night. But what I can do is this. Hi, it's all love. Thank you for the love. Oh my gosh. Shout out to my top 60 United States, United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much. You guys are extraordinary. Thank you for the love. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland. Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you for the love. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. Thank you for the love. Thank you for just coming back. I see y'all. Barbados, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, booze. Hi. Thank you. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Hi, honeys. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you guys so much. I swear I do. I promise I do. I promise. I promise I do. It's amazing just to see this list grow. Hungary, Greece, Denmark, Jamaica, Slovakia, Ukraine, and Peru. Hi, booze. And Ukraine is crazy because y'all on the list extra heavy. You and Germany, I don't know, y'all might be knocking some people out the box, out of the top six. And last but not least, Italy and Egypt. Thank you for tuning into this show. I greatly appreciate everything. Um, you guys are amazing. You guys are extraordinary. And I just thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you so much. From the heart. All heart. So that's what it is. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with this Diddy bop, but this Diddy is not bopping. It's just not bopping no more. I don't know if he can't be Diddy bopping in jail. Or what if somebody in there like, I want to see you Diddy bop? Like, it's all kinds of things that I'm thinking in my head about this situation. Um, Things I need to say. Join the conversation. You can do that by calling in. The number is 443-551-5963, 443-551-5963. You can send a text. You can drop a comment. You send a text, drop a comment. I will read it out loud. All comments will be viewed on the screen. And if you call in, you will be live on air. Just need you to know that. Some information I thought you should take with you. I'm here to stop. We don't mind talking to you. We'll talk to you. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Or you can hit us up on our other email address, ambitiouslyent.com. Ambitiouslyent.com. Oh no, I gave y'all the listen, I gave y'all the end of the other one. It's ambitiouslythepodcast at gmail.com. Too many emails to say. Ambitiously, the podcast at gmail.com. I'm tripping. Check out our website though, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. I had an epiphany. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that in a minute, but it's website related. We'll get back to that. Join our coffee community so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversations. And I can cuss whenever the fuck I feel like it because I get tired of this shit. Sometimes I just want to cuss. Fuck. Um, so there's no censorship over there. So I prefer it if you went over there and did that so we can be uncensored. All of us together. Just no censorship. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, every subscription that we can get. We need them. We need them. We want them. We want more of them. Give them to me. Give me. Sorry, my bad. Big shout out, much love to DJ Lucchese, our favorite residential DJ. He holds it down every week. I did not get to play. I think I'm gonna try to swing that a little bit because I didn't get to play the week from last Friday because I got sick. But he hooking us. We want to figure out how we want to do that. I might just release the second one on the radio station early, so you can go over there and listen to it, and then just I don't know. Well, we figure that out. But anyway, big shout out to DJ Lucchese. Go DJ, 'cause that's my DJ. Go DJ, 'cause that's my sorry, my bad. Anyway, big shout out, big love to DJ Lucchese. All right, now it is time for me to give you tonight's sermon. My deacon is unavailable right now, but I'm quite sure he's listening and can hear the sermon. I give these sermons every evening with the hopes that you will be enlightened and things will get better for you and you'll look at life in a different way. and so that we can continue to be friends. I mean, you're gonna figure it out. Like the first thing I'm gonna tell you during tonight's sermon is to mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business, except for on Media Mondays, where I tell everybody's business because I'm nosy and I want you to be nosy with me. It's fun. Um, the tapping, I try not to, but sometimes it happens. Last night it certainly happened because I did tell somebody business last night. The wiretap, though, for sure, if you have a court case, I can pull the court case and you're high profile and you're despicable, disgusting, depraved, sinister, heinous, diabolical, stupid ass idiot of an individual. And I'm gonna throw heinous in there because Doc is not on the screen right now. I'm gonna throw insidious in there real quick because he's not here. Normally he would be here and throw that in there, and some other words that he could throw in too. But no, I ain't got time for all that tonight. But if you are any of those things and you have a court case, yes, and I can pull it, yes, we reading it. We are, we are. Now don't get it twisted. We stopped covering the case because of this Diddy mess. Yeah, there we go, Doc. I'm glad you right there to just say it, put it on the screen. Insidious. Thank you, babes. Appreciate you. Insidious. We're gonna leave that right there for a minute. But yeah, we still reading court cases. We still covering all of this heinous behavior. That's what we do on the wiretap. What and Wired though is usually Doc and I's business. You know, we gotta give y'all some of our business because we can't just go out here telling everybody else business and not. It's like we don't rock like that. And cattails coming to a spring near you really, really soon. I tell more of my business. Actually, I tell stories about things that happened to me in my life. Um, I changed the names of these individuals, so the only way that a person will really know it's you, stupid ass, is if you say something. Keep your mouth shut, they won't know it's you. And as Doc would say, a hit dog will holler. And so, shut up and want nobody to know it's you. But other than that, mind your business. Love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies. Just try to be a better parent to your babies if you're not already a fantastic parent, because a lot of us out here really are fantastic parents. But whatever the case may be, do all of that for your kids and then let them babies know that they got to go the greatest of all time. That's your job as a parent. That is what you're supposed to do. Thank you, Doc, baby. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. Be encouraging, have a back. You feel me? Keep them, encouraging them to go and be strong and all that good stuff. That's your job. Do it. If they want to work for NASA, tell them to be best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, whatever the hell else they do for NASA. I don't know. What I do know is get yourself a telescope, a good one, and not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with you curve. A good one usually requires a little assembly. Comes with scopes, beams, apps, and some more shit. Go to National Geographic. They have them. And then go outside with your kid and discover some shit. Maybe a comet, an asteroid, a meteor. I hope not. I swear I don't want to see a meteor. Um, a planet that was a planet that now they say it's not a planet, but in my opinion, it's still a planet. Don't make me go to solar system because in my eyes, it's going to be a planet. Um, or maybe even a UFO. But if you do spot a UFO and they do beam you up, Scotty, and probe you, do not refer them to me. I don't want to be there. I don't want no parts of it. Tell me about it 2 days later. I promise you, I believe you. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell me about NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, or engineer, because I know they have those over there too. Um, I don't know what else they do at NASCAR, but I do know they have a need for speed, and at one point in time, the muscle car was king. And I love muscle cars, and I will forever love muscle cars. So it is what it is, shorty. Um, yeah. But whatever they want to do, encourage them. Even if they're grown, still encourage them. They need that encouragement, right? Um, and that's that. The encouragement, baby. Uh, stay in your lane. simple, simple mathematics. It's not algebra. It's basic arithmetic. Stay in your lane. My lane, your lane, not the same. Your lane is over there. Mine is over here. Stay in your lane. You jump in my lane, you're gonna get something you do not want, and normally it would come with a drop. I mean sound effect, but I don't have that right now. But it's okay. Because what I'm trying to tell you is this: you jump in my lane, you're gonna get something that you do not want. She is vicious, she is not kind, she is not sweet. You're gonna be shocked when you see her. So my recommendation, so that we continue our friendship, is don't break the glass, don't push the button, and everybody be cool. You feel me? But stay in your lane. And plus, you don't want her. It's not nice. You want the meow or the purr. Hey, you big purr bitches. Um, you want that. You don't want the roar because it's not nice. If that come out, that means you can't stop. Nothing about that's about to happen because all I see is red. Go with the meow and the purr. It's safer that way. Okay? Okay. All right, cool. Everything will be copacetic. Hey, you big purr bitches. Um, okay, next. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to be out here fighting. Some battles you just gotta let people have. Let them have it because it'll serve you well, and you'll have a peace of mind because you can't argue with an idiot because then that turns you to an idiot and like why? So fuck that. Learn from other people's mistakes. Don't be like, but learn from Petty Boots mistakes, aka Baby Caligula, aka Little Boots, aka Drake. Learn from his mistakes. I'm quite sure he's paying dearly for those transgressions. Plus, he lied, and now it's been exposed. You ain't studying no hip hop because if you study hip hop, then you would know that Mobb Deep told you that there was a war going on outside and that no man is safe from. And they also told you that you could run, but you can't hide forever, Petty Boots, in these streets that we done took, Baby Caligula. They said you walking with your head down, scared to look, little Boots. They say Drake, you shook, and ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Mama say, Mama Sama Mako Sa, I gotta stop right there. Then he lied. The point is, don't worry about the fucking battle. Worry about the war. I'm worried about the war. You should be worried about the war too. And if he was smart, he wouldn't have never engaged in a battle that he could not win. I'm just saying. Be you. Be amazingly you. Be wonderfully you. Wonderfully you. Don't let anybody tell that you're not amazing because you are. You are. And then remember, always remember what they eat does not make you shit. Even if they tell you that they hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress. All right, you could deal with the way that you dress if you choose to. I say if you want to dress like a weirdo, be a weirdo. Um, can't really do anything about the way you walk, but in his case, just don't make up fake accents and you'll be cool. But whatever the case, like this man, be you, be you. And if you're making up fake accents, you definitely not being you. But yeah, be who you are. Remember, you can't make anybody happy. You can add to their happiness, but you cannot make them happy. Focus on working on your happiness, and you see life will be so much better. You came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself, even if you are a twin. Remember that also. Fast forwarding. Uh, listen, no matter how much you try to fix the situation and make it the right way and nitpick and all that bullshit, you not. Because then they're going to find something else to bitch about. So fuck them. And that's just not a relationship. That's just with people in general. Some people just like to be angry and miserable. And you got to leave them right the fuck where they stand. Leave them there. I'm not your company. I'm not the kind of woman who likes to keep company with misery. So keep that away from me. Um, Dream big. Dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it, because people will tell you that. Even the people close to you, they'll tell you that it's impossible. Why don't you do something practical? Why don't you? That's not for me. If that was for you, that's fine. That's not for me. But don't tell me that my dreams aren't possible, because they are. You can do anything you set your mind to. Boom. Um, and then once you realize and visualize the dream, plan and execute, because it's not gonna happen just with the dream. You gotta put some work into it. And once you do those things, your dreams will come true, and you can tell them to kick rocks. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, so I'm about to get up out of here. I love y'all so much. I got mommy duties to get on top of, but I will see y'all on Friday. I'm definitely gonna be here this Friday. I will see y'all on Friday. We got some bangers, some heat. So yeah, we gonna see what we can do real quick. But poor Doc baby, I see you. I see you, honey. I see you, honey. I see you. I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through right now. But I see you. Hey, you big pair of bitches. But anyway, so yeah, I'm about to get out of here, go do my mommy duties, get ready for school, make sure we don't have no trash in our house, because we don't play that shit. We don't live in a dirty house. And get ready for tomorrow. But I will see y'all Friday. Make sure you tune in so you can hear that heat, because it is gonna be here. And I love y'all, and stay safe out here, baby. Stay safe, because it's dangerous. Obviously, it's dangerous. Did you not listen to what we just was talking? It's dangerous. Good night. Bye. I love y'all. Oh, my bad. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Oh, what's going down outside? What's going on? Bye, y'all.